MAGFest, how's it going? Woo, yeah, that's right. All right. I have an extremely privileged position today because I get to introduce all of you to one of the most important people in the world in my life. You want to know who it is? I want to introduce all of you to Super Eyepatch Wolf! Woo-woo!
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, to coming for this very special late night Super Eyepatch Wolf panel. As you can see, we have some absolutely terrific topics planned. And I've always thought personally, between shonen anime... Austin, sweetie.
No. MAGFest 2020! I have someone to introduce to all of you! Someone who is one of the most important people in all of my life. I am introducing to you right now, WoolieVersus! Woo! Woolie, 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 Woolie!
Well, seems there's only one microphone up here, Woolie. Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience? I didn't think so, no. So enjoy your front row seat to the Super Eyepatch Wolf panel, Woolie. Anyway, we can just ignore him, don't worry about it. Yeah, bye. See you later, Woolie. Enjoy the rest of MAGFest, buddy. No.
Hello? Is this thing on? You can hear me, right? You can hear me? What?
Sound team, why did I slip you that $50 if you didn't even cut his goddamn mic? Okay, well look, I had a different presentation planned, but obviously that's impossible now, so I'll be changing the title of this panel to My Friendship with Woolie, Where It All Went Wrong.
Do tell.
Our saga begins 5 years ago. The Best Friend podcast. I could explain it, but I think it's better to just show you guys.
You did
fucking
homework.
Hunter x Hunter. I fucking hate it.
I know you do.
I can't watch this shit.
Yeah.
And it's just the most predictable fucking drag.
It's like-
it was awful.
Hey,
and this is
and
gonna
me-
upset
me
a lot
and
of
Matt-
people.
me and Matt-
But that's okay. We don't have to like the same thing.
So after many things, I traveled to Montreal, and me and Woolie started on what I consider the biggest professional failure of my life. Gone in 60 seconds. It was hard because I kind of went into the series thinking me and Woolie were friends. And then as it turns out, we're like mortal fucking enemies. I was expecting to have a beautiful, just like experience with my buddy, and that we were both going to get to know the exciting, amazing world of Hunter x Hunter. Is there any Hunter x Hunter fans here? Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out like that. It kind of worked out a little more like this.
Episode 2, Woolie, let's do it.
Why is kindness a quality?
Kindness is the greatest strength there is.
Okay, being fast and being smart and having an ability to be a good hunter for those. So anyone going forward, then,
No,
in
it
theory,
wasn't that he was
that is a
kind.
hunter that's not kind.
No, it wasn't that he was kind. It was that he's a good doctor. He dressed the wounds more like betterer than a doctor did. Betterer, Woolie.
Oh, okay. So being kind as a doctor, which is not a hunter.
Do you want to? What if he's a medical hunter? What if he's a medical hunter, Woolie?
There are qualifications of types of hunters that we track. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, fine.
What happened? We got 20 seconds.
I appreciate the fact that this is now episode 7 or 8 at this point from the old series.
Yeah.
You have to understand how garbage that old shit was when it took 8 episodes to get to the point we just saw right there.
Okay.
That took way too long, but that's cool.
Okay.
Trick, as shown in Trick, figure it out. Yeah, okay.
Sure,
that's
we've seen it. Favorite character?
Why is Dio's mask in the fucking intro?
Dio's mask, your favorite character?
Yes.
So, just a travesty. Like,
I let you into my home.
I think one thing we can say with absolute certainty, the probably only thing we agree on at this point, never, ever again.
Fuck no.
No, absolutely not. If anyone enjoyed that series, I'm sorry, it's dead. It's never coming back. I'm glad, like after this panel, I never have to see this man again.
It almost came to blows.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
So I was still in Montreal for a couple of days and we still had some time to
Unfortunately.
I mean, I'm trying to keep this civil. I'm doing my best here. Some of you people support
you?
this man. Some of you support this. I'm the good guy in this situation. I'm the hero.
Is this in fact your best?
I'm going to take the high road here and just keep moving forward. So I was in Montreal for a couple more days. We had to do something. So you know what couldn't possibly go wrong? An LP, right? And what about an LP of a beloved classic? Like one of the top 5 video games of all time, Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
I invited him into my home, and I invited him into my world.
And you know, for a little while we were having fun.
The pipe is my weapon. I am beating up these villagers of my hometown.
Yep. Like, don't think about it. Just beat the shit out of that man with the fish. That's a beautiful lady. Hug her.
Hug her?
Yep, just walk up to her. There you go. Now she's money.
What did we do to invite such, like,
Woolie, there's no time to think about it because now everyone's ghosts.
No! Wait. Oh. What?
Look.
What just happened?
Woolie, there's no time to explain any of this, okay?
Let's just go.
And so this was going well. We were having fun. We were having a good time.
Fun.
But then the hockey match happened.
Oh yeah. The hockey match.
If you want to see the exact point that myself and Woolie's relationship shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces, it's this fucking hockey match.
I
Now, I
forget how it went. I don't.
Well,
remember,
look,
right.
the end of the video gets kind of blurry. It's sort of hard to tell who actually won, and it's just. But look, the important part is the hockey match was meant to be about friendship, and Woolie turned it into something completely different. Security, can we get
Okay.
these? Go.
All games are $100. What do you want to play? Tear down the wall or hockey? Oh, we only had really 2 choices.
Let's go for hockey.
Who will play?
Okay, Woolie.
Do you win prizes?
I think we should agree this is all about the fun. It doesn't even matter.
All about the fun.
No, not at all.
Just the glory of victory.
Well, no, because this is just about having fun. We're not even gonna take this. We're not gonna even take the score into account.
Hey, you ever heard of this game called Windjammers?
I may be familiar.
Yeah. How do you feel about Windjammers?
I think Windjammers is one of the best non-fighting game fighting. Which is what I'd say if I cared about the score, which I very clearly don't.
It was a pretty good impression, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was.
You reached deep down. You felt.
You know, those
You got into the heart of.
Yes, motherfucker! How you like that?
Is what it would sound
It
like.
was what it would sound like if I was counting the score.
Yeah, that's what a salty person would have sounded like.
I mean, you know, a salty person or a very skilled person who like played a very like good hand. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different reads on the roll.
Here nor there, you know. I feel like we fucking.
How are you feeling in that moment, Woolie?
Well,
I was
you know,
having
that's. See, I like playing the net is always kind of fun in these types of games, and you can always really just decide how you want to, how you
Sometimes I
want.
like to hang back and just kind of
Yeah,
let it, you know,
yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of, and then you want to do your mist ball where you're kind of like you're disguising your movements to your.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I think it's fair to say that was maybe like, you know, kind of fucking horseshit, but like
Only slightly.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
but,
not too much.
Like again, if I was the kind of person who took this seriously, I'd probably be upset. But you know, thank heaven that Jesus Christ.
It's really a family fun game.
Yeah, you know?
It's very wholesome.
Totally,
And-
and like, you know, for me, the biggest goal with this game is like to develop our friendship. You know, like, and that's what I think's important. Not who wins, not what the scoreboard says, nothing like that. You know, it's kind of just like, it's kind of.
Not what the scoreboard says. Not what the scoreboard says.
No, not at all. Not
Just-
even kind of. You
No,
know,
just a good old time. A good old time.
You know.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a good old time. Jolly good fun.
Oh man, you know, I lost track of the score, but it looks like we're going to be even again if I can land this next one.
I mean, you didn't even get a chance to serve up until now, really.
Well, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's kind of a negative attitude to have, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
There's no way to tell who
Negative
one
attitudes.
player one was. I don't remember, so it doesn't matter.
How about
Woolie, shut your dirty fucking mouth. I feel like we're getting distracted, and things are getting very heated, so we just need to get back to the fucking story.
I think the story needs storying.
Yeah, and you know, Woolie, like I'm all for like healthy competition, but when one person is acting like such a fucking asshole that it's ruining the entire Let's Play, that's the point where we need to kind of re-steer a little bit.
Yeah, it is true.
And I'm not even saying who. I'm not even saying
No,
who.
that's not even part of the discussion.
No, not at all.
I mean, quite frankly, when someone comes from another country and thinks that they can play hockey in a land of hockey and somehow triumph, it's quite.
I'm just saying that was
quite
racist.
amazing.
That was a
Yeah,
racist
to play
comment.
God, you know, in the home of church
you know-
is truly an amazing feat. But hey, you know, we're not
like
blasphemers here.
No,
we're
and
God-fearing
I
people.
totally agree. And in that same vein, to use someone's nationality against them, you know, you could accuse that person of just being a.
Now, I don't know where that kind of rage necessarily comes from.
It comes from you!
But I've heard things about the Irish.
Can we get some security here? I am being I am being belittled based on the Irish has a very rich culture. We've been through a lot of struggles.
Like when the bottle runs out.
Complete bigot and just being like the most awful person in the world and just crossing the line on so many levels, but we're not gonna. It's
Still
all
true.
good.
You want to play a game, it seems. You've entered the area that says...
You know what, Woolie? We're gonna play some fucking paint. You wanna play some paint?
So obviously, in a way that was completely out of my control, things were getting really heated. But unfortunately, one thing I forgot about Mystical Ninja, and like, look, you know, anyone who's watched that LP knows like it's mostly Woolie's fault what happens. But one thing I kind of forgot was that I actually did kind of beat Mystical Ninja with an action replay when I was little. that game is actually really fucking hard. And I would say the stress started to affect us a little bit in the latter half of that LP.
Action replay. You mean, let's just call a spade, illegitimately. You beat the game illegitimately.
I was an inventive child. I was finding it interesting.
Fuck!
Oh, man! Holy shit, man.
No! But you no!
Like later Mario levels. Oh my god.
So there was a lot of that, like approximately an hour and a half of just dying. And things kind of broke a little bit.
I'd say so.
Oh
It's a
god!
hammer, bro. It's a fucking hammer, bro.
It's a hammer, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That was the window. That, you see that right there? 3?
No! No!
I'm getting PTSD.
Top 5, huh? Fuck the cuts. Fuck the cuts. Why bother? Why are we bothering to cut? Why not just embrace what is happening right now?
Do you see, viewer? Do you see beyond the curtain of illusion?
We're just gonna sit here. You're just gonna leave it right here. See this mouse cursor right there to remind you of the failure. God, if I could fucking. Oh, is this revenge? Is this?
And then this all leads to a shocking revelation.
Revenge?
You think I want to be a fucking video essayist, Woolie? You think I wanted this? This is what you get for ruining my fucking life.
Hey, look, it says the end.
The ends.
You are now free to die.
And I hope everyone enjoyed this because it's pretty clear Woolie will never LP with me ever again.
Oh, God. You know, I mean, hey, look, I'm not going to say the chemistry wasn't there. I'm not going to say there weren't any good times. You know, bad times happen. All in all, things flowed. Things were said. You know, things
Woolie,
in the passion and the heat of the moment.
You don't need to say anymore. I forgive you.
This asshole! Back to Ireland with you! No! Back from whence you came! Ha! Yeah! Mush!
You know, it's funny because let me just. It's like, dude, let's keep it real, right? Let's keep it honest.
Yeah. That's important.
That's what we're here for. You can edit as many compilations as you want. You can put it together. You can have these giant events. You can talk the whole game up, and you can even have your channel blow up way bigger than mine. At the end of the day, I don't have to put that work in because there's only one thing that remains and that matters, and it's simple. I made you. And there is nothing on God's green earth that can ever undo that fact. Ever. You know, it's fucked up. It is fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's fucked up because he has to go to sleep at night remembering that every single night. You know what I mean? It does. It's like, you know when in the anime there's the face in the sky and then like the protagonist running towards it in the distance? You know that setup? That's not this. He's not the protagonist. He's the bit character. My life continued. This was a thing that happened. I didn't even know I invented this dude on a podcast. And it was his whole life. I'm not going to say it was Tuesday for me. That's cliche, but it was Monday at 1 p.m. on Twitch.
Woolie, do you remember the moments I told you that you were part of my origin?
No.
So I told the story yesterday. We were at a Screenwave panel about 4 years, Screenwave party about 4 years ago, and we were just chatting, like we had kind of gotten chatting at MAGFest, and I was like, okay, Woolie, listen, I got to tell you something. You might have had a hand in kind of one of my videos I made, and you're like, oh, and you think this is kind of funny, and you take out your phone, and you just go to my channel, and you start scrolling down, and I'm like, all the way to the bottom. And you're like, oh. And then you're like, your first video. And I was like, yeah. Do you remember when you went off on Hunter x Hunter like 2 years ago? And you just went like...
I think I remember that night, and I think right after that, I think I said something to the effect of, so like, you want me to sign anything, or...
Well, I guess one thing I kind of really wanted to do for this panel is I really wanted to take the moment and I guess just be like, once again, the bigger person in this situation, and just say, Woolie, from the bottom of my heart, I forgive you.
From the bottom of my heart, I don't need it.
We're going to take some questions and answers.
From the bottom of my heart, you're Irish. Canadians are nice. We're nice. We're nice people. We're good. We're good people.
It's really clearly untrue, Woolie. We're going to move this into the second portion of our panel. We're going to take a few questions from the audience, if anyone has anything.
If anyone has any questions.
So who would like to start us off?
You can line up right at the mic over here. Especially questions directed at this guy over here, you know. I'll be sure to stay silent.
I'd appreciate that.
That'd be. Oh.
Can we get some sound going with this mic?
Oh, we're good. Technical foibles on an Eyepatch panel, huh?
So, less a question, I just wanted to give John a consolation prize for the savage beating he just received. I'm sorry, buddy.
If you're talking about the hockey match, there's no way to know who won. Oh my God, a copy of Shenmue signed by the voice actor. Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you. Thank you for giving John the consolation prize that God did not. You're a good man.
Yeah, thanks so much for giving us both the... where did you put... Did you not... Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, we can just move on from that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, point out how I got something and you got nothing.
Hey, John, how was Shenmue 3?
So, I beat Shenmue 3 before I came here.
Did you?
Yeah. It was the first thing I did in the new year. I might be making a video called Shenmue 3 is a terrible game and I've wasted my fucking life. Next question, please.
When is Woolie going to beat your ass?
Like, physically, never.
I mean, it's kind of a state of life that his ass is permanently beat in a way. Once again, I don't like, stomping on that which is pre-stomped. He's already dead.
I mean, that is technically true, yes. Next question, please.
All right, this is less of a question, more of a comment and a thanks. Woolie, I thank you a lot for keeping it black, being a huge fan, checking Pat numerous times on the podcast, especially about Nuevo Rich. But thank you. I'm just a huge fan. That's all I wanted to say.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say that's like pride. I'm a stud.
So obviously you guys have a good friendship and a very good rivalry over the past years. But I was curious,
Did you see the video?
I mean, like, I glanced at it, but you know, like, I had a hint.
Joker, it might be time to sleep.
Might be time to sleep. I'm on my way to steal some hearts. It's fine. So I was curious. Obviously, there was Hunter x Hunter. Was there ever anything you guys haven't recorded yet or haven't done yet that spurred you guys onto each other more than just the Hunter x Hunter?
There was, before we fucking played that. The world was open. Possibilities, endless.
Infinite horizons.
Everywhere.
Oh my God, the things we were going to do.
And then, reality.
Then oblivion. Nothing. So I hope that answers your question.
Good question.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you.
Gives me a pretty good answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If the two of you had to compare your current animosity to a famous rivalry from anime or wrestling, what would you choose?
I guess to stick with the Shenmue stuff, I would say I'm very like Landy, because like I'll always be better than Woolie, and he'll never come close to being anything.
I'd say like Gurren Lagann, and then any other anime that's not Gurren Lagann.
Next question, please.
When do you consider fighting games to have peaked, and why was it Street Fighter Alpha 3?
I like
Alpha 3, dude. I mean, there's some janky shit in there. Third strike.
Oh, Third Strike, sorry.
I do like the sip. That's good timing on that. I mean, to keep it real, I think fighting games have not yet peaked. I think it's coming. I think we're not there yet. I expect big things. I expect good things, and
I think like with fighting games, like I'm still looking for a fighting game to do for fighting games what something like Overwatch did for shooters, where it's just like it pulls in a whole new audience and like an entirely new fandom. Like that's what I really want, and like that's what I'm hoping Street Fighter 6 is. It's kind of what I hoped what Street Fighter 5 would be, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, the League of Legends fighter might end up doing that.
Yep,
it'd be
totally.
wonderful. You know, it'd be great because it would just expand everything, bring everyone together. It would have pretty accessible controls and things like that, and you know, it'd be pretty amazing for that revolution to happen in fighting games, so that John would have no excuse when he gets stomped into the ground. Because the execution barrier is as low as ever, and it still doesn't matter. Iona's ass, you know? It's one of those things. So I'm looking great.
Pretzels are complicated, Woolie.
I'm looking forward to fighting games in the future. I really am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next question, please.
Hey there.
Hi.
This is probably the most organic, hateful interaction between two figureheads like yourselves, and I'm happy to see you two. I'm happy to see you two butt heads finally, but this question is specifically for Woolie. I think
Get out.
Having all this being said, exactly how many Cybermen does he equate to?
Is there, like, what do you call it when you plant one in the ground and then it never grows?
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Security, could you escort that man out, please? Yeah, they're right there in the jacket. Yeah. Okay.
So I've been a fan of your what's the name? Sorry, I'm
No problem.
pretty nervous. It's like first thing for everything, you know.
All good.
Okay, so that series that you made about get into fighting games. I actually been getting into a bunch of them. And one thing I always wanted to do is how do you manage to be really patient with the fighting games, learning the controls, the techniques, the ranks, and all of that.
Well, knowing
Why don't you let
people
me
like
take
this,
this one,
knowing
Woolie?
people like this
When you have
helps.
absolutely nothing else going on in your life that you can just pour hours and hours into just playing fighting games and just like no other responsibilities or skills or just anything, it doesn't matter what you do with your fucking time. So Woolie can just sit in a lab for hours just going triangle, triangle, square,
Yeah,
triangle,
like-
triangle, square.
Yeah,
and
like,
that's it. So just cut everything else important out of your life.
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to be able
That's
to
where the patience comes from.
okay. Yeah, that's what advice, I will do my best.
Thank you. Keep it up.
Nice. So during the backstory that you were giving of how Eyepatch was created, you compared it to a kind of an anime. Would you say that Eyepatch would be a filler arc in Naruto of his creation?
I mean, a filler arc is a pretty bad burn. It's also really generous because it lasted years. Does anyone know what episode number was the one where Rock Lee had the bucket of diarrhea? Something like that,
All right.
give or take.
That's fair.
So it is well known that Woolie is what is colloquially known as a garbage person.
That's true, yes.
Witnesses' accounts
Guilty as
have
charged.
claimed that he can even be seen in his natural habitat of a pile of garbage. My question to you is, how did you start your career as a garbage person, and how could I become more like you and become a garbage person myself?
It really comes down to texture. You want to find a nice dumpster, right? You really want to make sure it's wide. You want to make sure that you got the top layer of the soft bags and then the bottom layer of juice.
You need to be able to submerge completely.
And really just embrace life and all the garbage that it heaps upon you. Note that you are not garbage. You are simply surrounded by it. And you learn to live coated in garbage.
Thank you very much, Woolie.
problem.
Love you.
No problem.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
My question is, when are y'all running that set in Fight of Animals so you have rollback netcode so John can't complain when he loses?
Do you even know what?
No, I heard a bunch of gibberish.
Do you know what a rollback is?
Yeah, I know what a rollback is,
Okay,
Woolie.
well, just, it's worth checking. He just wants to know when I can beat your ass in a fighting game.
Never, because he's terrible.
Says, yeah.
That's hockey. It's a different mechanic. No, we don't know who won that match.
All right, thank you very
Yeah, John really needs that ocean in between us so that he has his pride in check. You understand? It's understandable. I don't need to shatter that.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you very much.
Hello. The question I was going to ask, can I seem good when it popped into my head? Now that I'm up here, I don't know. I'm too far.
That's good. That's no problem.
You can do it. You can do it. Cheer him on, guys. You can do it.
Hey.
Okay. What would your ship name be?
Wolfie! 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 Wolfie!
Well, this I didn't see coming.
Wolfie has the wool part in the front, right? Which, implies things. I could live with that.
The real answer is that 10s never go out with 5s.
European 10s or what's our metric here? What's our criteria? I don't know.
Next question, please.
Hey, John, how was Cats?
Cats?
Oh, yeah. How you feel, buddy?
You know, there was a scene in Cats where cats with human faces danced around a living room, and then cockroaches with human faces came in and danced with them, and then one of the cats with a human face tore off its own skin and started eating the cockroaches with human faces. Does that sound like a feature film, or does that sound like a vision of hell?
It sounds like a fever dream.
So to answer your question, it was actually, I liked it better than The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
All right, I need you guys to imagine an ideal world where your relationship slate is wiped clean and Steven Universe is still good. What is your fusion name? What celebrity voice acts you? And what is the emotional trauma that causes you to unfuse?
Woolie, this is getting really weird.
It's getting really intense. They're workshopping it.
Yep.
One of the threes.
I mean, I think anything resembling a hockey game.
Like we're about to beat Frieza and there's like a hockey table in the background and we're like, "Ugh," and just unfuse.
And as far as the fusion, well, I mean, we kind of addressed the names just now, you know.
Fair enough.
Probably. Thank you.
Hello, boys. So I have a question for you. Who is the best girl to end all best girls, and why is it Judi Dench from Cats?
That doesn't sound like
I love Cats because it's like a nightmare that never ends.
I haven't seen it, so I.
Oh, you should. It's good.
Yeah. Keep that up. Okay. Take you up on that.
Let me throw one out there. Third Strike Makoto.
Third Strike Makoto. Man. God, I hate it when you're that right.
Yeah. Honorable mention to Jolene Cujo.
God, I hate it when you're that right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you both, and also, by the way, both of your guys' videos have helped me through some hard times in the past, so I want to thank you.
Oh, hell yeah,
both.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thanks for watching.
I'd say we have time for maybe one more question. That's cool. I'm not sure.
Yeah, about
So I watch both your channels, mostly out of pity. And,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I love
the real enemy came from outside.
Business kid. Telling you, watch him. You got to watch him.
I love the Mystical Ninja playthrough. John, how were you able to achieve like that really cool unlockable near the end where like a mouse pops up and there's all this text on top? I played it on the Super Nintendo and I can just never get that to work. How did you do that?
Oh, yeah, you
cultivate something deep down from childhood called dishonesty, lack of self-confidence, just all those issues. You know, typical Irish stuff.
Sounds good.
That
and yeah, and then you bring it to someone's house with confidence and say,
"Sorry, Woolie, I
it's
think,
amongst one of my favorite games of all time."
I think, Woolie, I think the question was directed at me, so maybe just shut your fucking mouth for 1 second. You know, the Super Nintendo is a very complicated machine. There's a lot of different switches and things that. Yeah. Next question, please.
Yeah. Can I almost have a question, but it's more really just amusing. Like, what's the rest of your top 4? Dear God.
Oh, I can say if you want. Mystical Ninja 2, Mystical Ninja 3, Mystical Ninja 4, Mystical Ninja 64, The Legend of Goemon.
Is that the one with Ito Impact? Yeah, okay.
It is. They're all good games, Austin.
So,
Is this
the
the
other
last
people
one?
they've asked about, you know, Steven Universe and anime and fighting games and all that stuff, and that's all good. But how about we talk about what really matters? How do you feel knowing that when Titanfall 2 went free to play, the player numbers went way up? I asked this question to Pat earlier at like the signing, and he said that it highlights that the game was snubbed when it first came out. What do you think?
I think it's like clear evidence that like a solid ass game and good ass robots will 100% win if you give it a chance. If you give it a chance, you know.
That is the exact answer I hoped for.
We'll take one more. We'll take one more.
One more. One more.
Okay.
Sorry.
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 No, I insist.
Whoa. Okay, no. We're not. Hold up. This better be good, Christmas tree.
This better be the greatest fucking question of all time.
Hold up. First of all, why are you wearing a cherry blossom in winter? Why are you wearing cherry blossom in the winter, sir?
Ask the Christmas tree in January. Put the mic down.
All right. Hold up.
I can't believe we watched a man die.
Well, to Mr. Woolie.
Sorry. No, let him ask his question. Okay, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Woolie, I've never heard of you until today, so I came because I saw Mr. Eyepatch Wolf on like the thing.
I created you, bitch!
But sir, after today, I think you may have a new subscriber. Just saying. Fist bump.
Can you unsubscribe from him?
Nah, I love your Akira video too much. I love Akira,
man.
bro. I love Akira.
Okay. So, guys, that's going to do it for questions. We do have one more little thing to show you guys.
Oh. Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Let's just check this mysterious folder. And let's... Now, guys, we're going to need dead fucking silence, okay?
Gotta watch the anime. Okay, here we go. Okay, where is it?
Housekeeping.
Hey, yeah, sorry. I forgot to put the thing on.
Woolie!
Thank you so much, guys. This is my favorite panel I've ever done.
Have a good night.